Hey, how's it going, YouTube? Really sorry for being so slow with these videos. Father's Day weekend was just a really busy time. We had some family in town, and I had a nephew that just left for basic training, so just got a lot of celebrating going on these past few weekends and stuff. So I really apologize for that. And I really wanted to get a video out too last weekend because June 13th, that Friday, was actually my 1-year anniversary of putting videos up on YouTube. And so I was actually excited, and I really wanted to put one up that day, and it just didn't work out. But I've got some great stuff to show. I've got some trades with Grimsie42. I've got some gifts from Chris Manogue and the SamuraiSlacker, and just a really, really awesome gift from my cousin. So I'll go ahead and show all these here. The first one is from Brian Hodiak, which I met him through Scott, through Grimsie42. That was his buddy that came up with him to the Midwest Gaming Classic. And I had traded him that Shadow Run for the Genesis that I had found. And in return, I wanted Army Men Sergeant's Heroes 2. Hope you can see that. This is just a game that it's not really rare or anything. I know it's not rare, but I don't even think it's uncommon. I was just having a really hard time finding one. They weren't in my game stores. I didn't see one at the Midwest Gaming Classic. So really, really glad that he had found one for me. And he sent me an email with it. Just tell me, how hard it was for him to find it too. So really glad that he found it for me, though. This package came with Scott's, and so I'm just going to say that these extras are from both of them. But the first one here is Spyro Season of Ice for the Game Boy Advance with the manual. So that was really cool. I have a handful of Spyro games now. They're pretty fun. And then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Battle Nexus for the PS2. So that was really cool. And then this last game is from Scott. This is my trade with Scott, and I brought him a handful of games there to the convention. I think Final Fantasy X was in there. Grand Theft Auto Vice City, I believe, was in there. One of those, that or San Andreas, one of the two. But he traded me Legend of Mana, and I was super stoked to find this. I actually saw this at the Midwest Gaming Classic, but I think they wanted $40 for it, and which it's not the worst price, I guess, but still more than I like to pay for games. So Scott found me one. Really, really glad that he did. This actually completes my Mana series, like Secret of Mana, Dawn of Mana, stuff like that. So I have them all the North American release games now. So it's really cool. And this is supposed to be a pretty good RPG to begin with. So really happy to finally have this in my hands. This is actually the only other copy I've seen. And this is actually really good condition. The one at the convention had a big crack across the middle of it, but so really cool. Thank you very much, Scott, for our trade. The next is a gift from Hunter from the SamuraiSlacker. He's pretty new to YouTube, but we made a trade probably last month now, and I had traded him, I believe, Twilight Princess for the Wii, and I forget what he had sent me now, but anyway, he just out of the blue sent me a surprise package with the Mark of Kree in it for the PS2, and this is really cool because it's actually sealed also. So just really nice of you, Hunter, to just send a game out like that. It's really cool. Check out the SamuraiSlacker. I think he only has a couple of videos up, but he's up and coming, so I'm sure he'd really appreciate the viewers. Next is from my buddy Chris Manogue, who has just got an awesome collection going. And if you check him out on Facebook, he just posted this picture of his Mega Man collection, his boxed Mega Man collection, and it's just absolutely ridiculous. So check out the Retro Rat on Facebook and Chris Manogue here on YouTube. Same guy. But he knew that I needed a Mega Man for the NES, and I believe he's going for the box collections of it, and I think so he doesn't need to keep the loose copies. So really cool for him to send this to me. I actually have this, or had this at one point in my life, and just have no idea where it is. So really cool to finally have it back. So now all I'm missing is Mega Man 5. So thank you very much for that, Chris. And then separately, he sent me Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky. He knew I've been going for a complete DS Pokemon collection, and I believe I'm just 3 away now. I think I need Explorers of Darkness, Pokemon Conquest, and Dash. I think those are the only 3 I need now. So really cool of you, Chris, to send this. This one is complete. You see the game and manual in there. And then, oh yeah, and I'm missing the case to Pokemon White 2, I believe. And actually, I've been talking to Gary Voigt. I think he found me one. So Pokemon Trozei, I need the case and manual for that. But But just thanks again, Chris. Just really cool. You know, you've become a really good friend of mine, and we just send. We don't really do trades anymore. We just send stuff back and forth. So thank you very much. Lastly is actually from my cousin. He came to town Wednesday and Thursday, and we did a little game hunting together. And he's a really cool kid. He's 15, but just really into really every game, every system. Just pretty knowledgeable on you know, NES, Super Nintendo. We were playing Majora's Mask. I had just finished it, and then so he started, and we were kind of trading back and forth on it. But he just happened to have a Game Boy player disc laying around at his house. He doesn't have a GameCube anymore, but he had the player, I guess, but just had the disc laying around, so he brought it up with him. Just really cool to have 2 discs now. So I'll be keeping this one because it's in the cool case, but I have one for trade now, so please hit me up if you're interested in it. It's just the disc. I need the player, so the disc itself is for trade. I know that's kind of the harder to find of the 2, but so if anyone's interested in the disc, you know, please hit me up. Thank you very much, Gage. He actually has a YouTube channel as well. It's Engage1107. He does some Let's Plays and stuff like that. So, you know, check him out. And thank you very much, Gage, for this. And that is pretty much going to be this video. Like I said, this is just the trades and gifts. And I will hope to put up a video pretty much right after this of my pickups for the last week or 2. I've got a bunch of stuff to show, some great stuff to show. And, you know, stay tuned. And thanks again to Grimsie42. Thank you very much, Scott and Brian. Thank you, Chris Manogue. Thank you, SamuraiSlacker, Hunter. Just awesome games, and you know, thanks for just being great friends, guys. We'll see you later. But I want to say thanks again to Scott, to Grimsie42, to Brian, to Hunter, SamuraiSlacker, Chris Manogue. Always, man. I don't even think I showed both your stuff actually. I'm gonna redo this whole video, but.